Um, last week, the story had came out, but I had been so late and behind in reporting. But an elderly couple had sold an African mask that they thought was worthless. They sold it for $157, and then there was an auction guy who brought the mask, and then he sold it at like one of those So an antiques dealer had brought the mask. He sold it at an auction for 4.4 million. Now, of course, the husband and wife, who had owned the mask, are pissed now because they felt that they were cheated. Um, Now, a couple has accused a local antiques dealer of cheating them out of a fair price for this rare object. Um, but this is what the mask looks like. It's also dubbed the worthless mask, only because the couple thought it was worthless, not knowing that its true value. Um, A legal case making its way through the French court system is raising questions about whether a person who has sold an artwork or an artifact later determined to have a much higher value can seek further compensation. Now, the man and woman, they're not named, but the woman is 81 years old and the 88-year-old is her husband. They came across this African mask while clearing out their second home while most of the contents of the home went into a garage sale. They decided to sell the mask to a local antiques dealer who agreed to buy the mask for $157 back in September of 2021. Now, months later, they discovered through reading the newspapers that that the mask that they had sold for 157 had just made a profit of $4.4 million at a specialized auction in Montpelier. Now, as it turned out, this mask is a rare fang mask used in rituals in an African secret society. Now, the object was brought back from Gabon by the husband's grandfather, who had been a colonial governor in Africa in the early 20th century. Um, the couple launched a suit against the antiques dealer, who they believe cheated them out of a fair price. Now, after several legal moves and counter moves, an appeals court in France determined on June 28th that their case against the dealer appears to be well founded in principle, and he has frozen the proceeds of the sale as the case continues. Now, a filing was made by the appeals court in Nimes and first reported by Le Monde. The ArtNet News has reached out to Frederick Mansett Joffrey, the couple's lawyer, for more information, but of course they did not hear back by a press brief in time. Now, the couple's argument hinges on the suspicion that the dealer had a good idea of the true value of the object when he brought it from them. The antiques dealer did not display the mask at his shop, but he instead contacted the auction houses, at least two of them, which estimated it to be worth about somewhere between about $4.4 million respectively. Now, despite these valuations given by two auctioneers, he went on to seek a third payment from a specialized sale of African objects in Montpelier. After ordering an analysis using carbon-14 dated and mass spectrometry, the mask was dated back to the 19th century, and an ethnologist's expert appraisal revealed that it was used for purification rites by the McGill Society, which was a secret society that operated within the Fang ethnic group in Gabon until the 1920s. Now, the auction house placed the mask for sale with an estimate of between 300,000 and 400,000 pounds, which is between $4.2 million and $4.4 million at an auction back in March of 2022. Now, this piece of Cowland-coated cheese wood is therefore exceptional in terms of its rarity, as only a dozen or so of these reference specimens are known to exist worldwide, and whether it be in Western museums or collections, according to court records revealed by ArtNet and translated from French. Now, but the couple's lawyer believes it is possible to cancel the sale due to their error in believing the mask to be worthless. Le Monde reported. The newspaper cited other cases such as the owners of paintings by Nicolas Poussin, which were misattributed to lesser-known painter before they were later authenticated, resulting in those contracts being nullified and the owners obtaining restitution. The case has already gone through several different stages. The antiques dealer initially offered to settle out of court by paying the couple 300,000 pounds of euros, which is equivalent to $315,000 for the match, but they were not able to reach an agreement because of the opposition of the couple's children, according to court documents. Now, the couple then filed their case with a judicial court in Ellis, seeking an injunction to seize the proceeds of the sale as well as damages. The Ellis court initially authorized a protective seizure, which was carried out by a regional bank in southwestern France in May of 2022, but the lower court ultimately sided with the antique dealer and released the funds back to him, and ordering the couple to pay him for damages and other fees in the amount of $3,148. Now, it's not like anybody who's in their 80s is going to have that kind of money. Now, the couple appealed the judgment to the higher court in Nimes in November. The respondent is a second-hand dealer who unequivocally offers an appraisal service on his website, and the couple claimed, according to the court documents, only a person with the perfect knowledge of the art market is capable of mounting a sale through an auction house after having requested a carbon 14 expertise and enlisted the help of an expert in African masks. Now, the couple also alleges that the antiques dealer conspired with the gardener, with whom he split the proceeds of the sale, to determine provenance information about the mask before approaching the auction houses. Now, the defense argued that the dealer is a second-hand dealer and not an antique dealer, and he cannot be considered an evaluation professional because he has no knowledge of African art. And they added that he sought the expert assessment at the initiative of the auctioneer, and not because he had reason to believe it held greater value. Now, the case still remains open, but the appeals court has reordered the seizure of the proceeds of the sale, which amounts to $3.1 million after deduction of costs and capital gains tax, until a judgment is made. Now, if I had a valuable object and I sold it not knowing what the proper value was, of course I'd be pissed if I read something and find out that it sells for more. So basically, these couple are not going to live long enough anyway to really get any money, because they're 81 and 88. So there's no guarantee they're going to be around forever to wait and see what happens with this. But if you like the video, you can give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RBW King. You can also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out. You can go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you think. You can also hit if you want to donate to my Patreon link, if you want to support my work even further, you can donate to my Patreon link, which you can find in the About section of YouTube. But for just a little, a few bucks a video or a month, your donation can help go a long way. And thanks for listening.